Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Adolfo. I am a new YouTuber. Lately I've been uploading a series of reaction videos, and for today I will be reacting to George Carlin on fat people. I think it'll be interesting to hear it from my perspective as someone who is obese. I am more than 100 pounds above what the normal or considered healthy weight is for someone of my height and gender. The fact of the matter is, the reason I am overweight is not some mystery. I've been fat for as long as I can remember. It is because I move too little and I eat too much. It is horrifying in a sense because people who are obese at the age of 15, 80% of them will go on to become obese as adults. And I don't have any photos of me from when I was 15 years old, but I do have one that's fairly close from when I was 17. And in that photo, I am about 220 pounds, which is actually 40 pounds lighter than I am right now. It's a photo of me when I was 17 years old. Again, if you're new here, I've been uploading a lot of George Carlin videos lately. It's because there's so much value to be taken from a George Carlin performance. It's full of so much wisdom. The first step in solving a problem is acknowledging that one exists. I acknowledge that I am obese, and I want to solve it. Now, hopefully, George Carlin can instill me with the motivation in order to try and reverse this trajectory so that I don't have to be obese for the rest of my life. Ultimately, it will fall down to me, but maybe George Carlin can be that final, torch that lights a fire in my heart. And then I can make a fire weight loss transformation video, go beast mode on that and go super viral, I don't know. Or maybe it will flop, like everything else in my life, rip. So that's the context as to why I've decided to react to this George Carlin video today. I am currently 22 years old and I weigh 260 pounds. Time is of the essence. I'm about to be entering my Michael Jordan number 23 year. Would like to not be obese when that time comes. Let's see what George has to say. Let's start the video. George Carlin on fat people.
People are fucking dumb. You can say what you want about this country, and I love this place. I love the freedoms we used to have. I love it. I love that.
Hey, he doesn't have to tell me again when he says people are stupid.
I love it when it didn't take a fucking catastrophe to get us to care for one another. I love the fact that we're on camera all the time from all angles. But you know what? You can say what you want about America. And I say I love this place. I wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't live in any other time in history and any other place. But say what you want about America. Land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers. You know? Yeah. Now, obviously, that doesn't include this audience. I understand that. You seem intelligent and perceptive, but the rest of them, holy jumping fucking shitballs.
Definitely not the people in the audience. The kind of people who would attend a George Carlin show, I would assume, are fairly knowledgeable people.
Dumber than a second coat of paint. And this ain't just ranting and raving. This ain't just blowing off steam. I got a little evidence to support my claim. It just seems to me, that only a really low IQ population could have taken this beautiful continent, this magnificent American landscape that we inherited. Well, actually, we stole it from the Mexicans and the Indians, but hey, it was nice when we stole it. It looked pretty good. It was pristine. Paradise. Have you seen it lately? Have you taken a good look at it lately? It's fucking embarrassing. Only a nation of unenlightened half-wits could have taken this beautiful place and turned it into what it is today, a shopping mall. A big fucking shopping mall. You know that? That's all you got. That's all you've got here, folks. Mile after mile of mall after mall. Many, many malls. Major malls and mini malls.
Nothing on fat people yet, but I can see how he's kind of setting it up. Or maybe this is just part of the overarching theme of consumer culture. But you can see how he's setting it up for sure. Pretext of America as a shopping mall. And that does play a huge role, advertising and consumer culture in promoting obesity. I am overweight because of me. Let's be crystal clear. I know that. But the food industry will try to make it into this false dichotomy of if you're overweight, it's because you don't exercise enough. But don't ask about, how much you eat. Leave that part out. It's okay to eat more. You just have to exercise more. But let's be real. Eating is a huge, enormous part of the equation of losing weight. There were periods in my life where I was not obese. In fact, it wasn't that long ago. In 2018, I was 160 pounds. That was a normal, healthy weight for me. And then going into senior year, I then put on 110 pounds, senioritis, the stress of colleges, all that. But what enabled me to get down to that weight, it was the kitchen. I was not exercising 4 hours a day while taking all those AP classes and working. This simply didn't happen. It was mostly kitchen.
America the Beautiful, one big transcontinental commercial cesspool. And how do the people feel about all this? How do the people feel about living in a coast-to-coast shopping mall? Well, they think it's just fucking dandy. They think it is cool as can be because Americans love the
Love the
mall.
expression.
They love the mall. That's where they get to satisfy their two most prominent addictions at the same time: shopping and eating. Millions of semi-conscious Americans, day after day, shuffling through the malls, shopping and eating, especially eating. Americans love to eat. They are fatally attracted.
He's describing us like we're zombies. Excuse me, let me correct myself. He's explaining how we are zombies.
The slow death of fast food. Hot dogs, corn dogs, triple bacon, cheeseburgers, deep fried butter dipped in pork fat and cheese whiz, mayonnaise soaked barbecued mozzarella patty melts. Americans will eat anything, anything, anything. If you were selling sauteed raccoons' assholes on a stick, Americans would buy them and eat them, especially if you dipped them in butter and put a little salsa on them. This country is big time, pig time. Forget the bald eagle. You know what the national emblem of this country ought to be? A big bowl of macaroni and cheese. A big bowl, because everything in this country is king size. King size, extra large, and super jumbo. Especially the fucking people. Have you seen some of the people in this country? Have you taken a good look at some of these big fat motherfuckers walking around?
I see myself in the mirror every day, and I still just don't know how I let it get to this point. It starts off with 20 pounds here, another 30 pounds there, and before you know it, you put on 110 pounds in one school year. 110 pounds. And of course, it takes significantly longer to burn all that off.
Big fat motherfuckers. Oh my God. Huge piles of redundant protoplasm lumbering through the malls like a fleet of interstate buses. The people in this country are immense, massive bellies, monstrous thighs, and big fat fucking asses. And if you stand there for a minute and you look at one of them, you begin to wonder, how does this woman take a shit? How does she shit? And even more frightening, how does she wipe her ass? Can she even locate her asshole? She must require assistance. Are paramedics trained in this field? And standing right next to her, of course, a plate full of nachos and a mouthful of pie is her clueless fucking husband, Joe Sixpack. With his monstrous swollen beer belly hanging dangerously out over his belt buckle, this guy ain't seen his dick since the Nixon administration. And if you stand there and you look at the two of them, you begin to wonder to yourself, do these people fuck? Is this man actually capable of fucking this woman? It doesn't seem structurally possible that these two people could achieve penetration. Maybe they're in that Cirque du Soleil or something.
Oh, man.
Telling you, the people in this country, every one of them is 50 pounds overweight. They are gargantuan. And in the summertime, God help us.
There's actually a really interesting graphic. I can't remember the name of the source, but I'm sure you can find it quite easily. And if I find it, I'll put it in the description or in a comment down below. There's a graphic showing the obesity rates in the United States in each state, and it's been going on for a long time. They've been recording this data, and over time they've had to increase the threshold for the percentage of obese in the population. So 40 years ago, the highest category was 15% of the state obese, and you would shade it this color. And now we're at the point where there's many states that have a 30% obese category. And at minimum, every state has what previously used to be a maximum. So the highest state was 15% obese, and now that's the minimum for like every state. I'll post that down below.
In the summertime, they all want to wear short pants. Jesus, Lord, protector of all that is good and holy, deliver me from fat people in short pants. They all got short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Every one of them's got two dumb-ass kids with them. And the whole family is wearing T-shirts, and every one of them's got the same T-shirt. I'm with stupid. Apparently in this country, the stupids are an extended family. And besides wearing them T-shirts, everyone in the family's got on a backpack. They got a backpack strapped to their back so they can carry around lots of stupid shit. And the reason they got to carry their stupid shit strapped to their backs is because their hands must remain free at all times to hold food. And to get that food up to the mouth where it gets shoveled in with all the rest of the disgusting shit they ate that day. Another reason for the backpacks is these people are going to buy even more stupid shit. They ain't got enough stupid shit at home. They just had a stupid shit sale. They're going to buy more. They're going to go out in the parking lot and stuff this stuff into the big, fat, ugly, oversized...
There's a good blend going on right now between his piece, which I've done a reaction to. George Carlin talks about stuff, and it's very heavily focused on consumer culture and obsession with consumption. There's a lot of overlap between that, and I like how he's including those elements into this.
SUV that's got plenty of room in it for stupid shit and lots of room left over for these big, fat, ugly motherfuckers to get them home. Stopping, of course, for jelly roll and fried dough. These people,
Can't forget that.
These people are efficient, professional, compulsive consumers. They think of that as their national pride. It's their civic duty. Consumption. It's the new national pastime. Fuck baseball. It's consumption. The only true, lasting American value that's left. Buying things. People spending money they don't have on things they don't need. Money they don't have on things they don't need, so they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying.
If someone could tell me this, I appreciate it, but spending money you don't have on things you don't need, that's a saying that I've heard a lot of people use in politics and various forms of media. Does anyone know, did this quote originate with George Carlin? Be interesting to hear.
18% interest on something that costs $12.50. I like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too fucking bright. But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They say we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. You say to them, well, you know, we've tried all of that, and the kids...
No more testing. We get overly tested as it is. Please, give me a break on that. Definitely do not need more testing.
Still can't pass the test. So, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, let me say something about that, about lowering the standards for getting good grades or passing. And I'm not saying this as a knock on anyone who does get A's. I get A's. But to me, it seems like A's are supposed to be something that are more rare based on whether or not you truly deserve them. Are you performing at a high level? But they make a lot of the materials so easy that it kind of becomes not something to feel proud of. It's just like, why would you feel proud of getting an A when 80% of the people in the class are also getting an A? It doesn't mean something if everyone gets one. And I get that if 80% of the people meet the criteria for an A, that's one thing. That's good. That means the teacher's doing a phenomenal job and maybe they have some incredibly motivated, hardworking students. But if they deliberately lower the standards for the purpose of making more people feel good about themselves and the marks that they get, then that's just wrong. I don't agree with it. Grades aren't everything anyways, though. There are many options out there for people who maybe don't do too well in the classroom to find success in other avenues.
And pretty soon, all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there. It's physics. One wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word. They use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind. Someone's losing fucking ground here.
Okay, so that was George Carlin on fat people. There's a lot of appeal to social perspective, and he approaches it kind of from the mindset of how other people think of fat people. It can be negative, it can be extremely detrimental to people as well. But for someone like me, I'm not gonna lie, of course I care about what people think. If someone forms the perception that I'm lazy based off the fact that I'm 100 pounds heavier than what a healthy weight would be considered, yes, that bothers me. Some people it doesn't. I mentioned in one of my other videos, though, how I gained 110 pounds in one school year, that it is my intention to lose weight during this lockdown slash quarantine period as much as possible before the new school year starts. When I have major updates on that, I will provide them. Thank you all so much for watching my reaction to George Carlin on Fat People. Let me know what you thought of what George Carlin said, what I said, what wasn't said that you think should have been said. Let's just have some conversation, you know? We need some human interaction up in here, even if it's through the medium of a computer, television screen, Android, iOS. Any kind of interaction would be better than what I feel a lot of us have been getting over these past few months. I don't know if it's just me, but I've spent a lot of time thinking about how to spend my time, and having a YouTube channel has helped with that a little because I've been brainstorming ideas, mostly ones that I plan on doing, assuming we ever go back to university, or it's giving me something to look forward to. How have y'all been passing time in quarantine? If you want to see more of my videos in the future, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and you all have a phenomenal day. Peace.